Top 10 Best Hollywood Movies. Movie night is easy with Netflix. Along with a massive library of new and classic films, the collection available to subscribers is always changing, with new movies coming to Netflix each month. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel Netflix Tops, where we tell you about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of this video, because today's video is going to list down the top 10 best Hollywood movies. So let's get started. Number 10. Slumberland. Slumberland is a 2022 American fantasy adventure film directed by Francis Lawrence and written by David Goyne and Michael Handelman. The young girl discovers a secret map to the dream world of Slumberland, and with the help of an eccentric outlaw, she traverses dreams and flees nightmares, with the hope that she will be able to see her late father again. A young girl, a magical map, and an eccentric creature with a penchant for adventure comes together in this fantastic, family-friendly adventure, inspired by the classic Nemo and Slumberland comic strips. Jason Momoa plays the mischievous creature that partners with Nemo, Marlo Barkley, for a journey through Slumberland that she hopes will reunite her with her father. Slumberland is an enjoyable movie for both kids and adults, with moments that will evoke a lot of laughs and the occasional tear. As such, this can be recommended for most families wanting to watch an entertaining fantasy movie that has a little more depth than others of its kind. Number 9. Spiderhead. In the near future, convicts are offered the chance to volunteer as medical subjects to shorten their sentence. One such subject for a new drug capable of generating feelings of love begins questioning the reality of his emotions. Two inmates form a connection while grappling with their past in a state-of-the-art penitentiary run by a brilliant visionary who experiments on his subjects with mind-altering drugs. Top Gun Maverick director Joseph Kosinski and Deadpool screenwriters Brett Reese and Paul Wernick team up with Marvel Cinematic Universe star Chris Hemsworth for this dark psychological thriller set in a futuristic, free-roaming prison where the inmates have volunteered for a series of tests with experimental emotion-controlling drugs. Hemsworth plays the facility's brilliant, charismatic overseer, while Miles Teller and Journey Smollett portray a pair of prisoners who become suspicious of the experiment's true purpose. Number 8. My Father's Dragon. An animated feature based on Ruth Stiles Garnett's beloved 1948 children's novel of the same name, My Father's Dragon follows a young boy, Elmer, who runs away from home to a fantastic island filled with wild animals and a captive dragon. While attempting to free the dragon, Elmer encounters all manners of strange jungle beasts, some friendly, some dangerous, and makes a charming new friend along the way. Directed by Nora Twomey, the colorful, simply animated film has an impressive voice cast featuring Jacob Tremblay and Gaten Matarazzo as Elmer and the dragon, respectively. They're joined by Ian McShane, Whoopi Goldberg, Chris O'Dowd, Alan Cummings, and a host of other familiar names and voices in this film's cast. Number 7. The Power of Dogs. Written and directed by Jane Campion, this critically acclaimed Western drama casts Benedict Cumberbatch as a charismatic, domineering rancher who torments his brother's new wife and her son when they move into their family home. Jesse Plemons portrays the aforementioned brother, with Kirsten Dunst playing the new wife and Cody Smith-McPhee as her son. Campion's celebrated film carefully uncovers the resentment, jealousy, and frustrations lurking beneath the surface of each of the film's characters, setting them up for a dramatic collision you won't see coming. Number 6. Enola Holmes 2. Enola Holmes takes on her first case as a detective, but to unravel the mystery of a missing girl, she'll need the help from friend and brother Sherlock. The sequel to the 2020 surprise hit, Enola Holmes 2 brings back Millie Bobby Brown as Sherlock Holmes' brilliant adventurous sister, who now finds herself on the trail of a missing girl, whose disappearance is more than it seems. The film also brings back Superman himself, Henry Cavill, as Sherlock, and accomplishes the rare feat of living up to the high standards set by its predecessor. Fun, funny, and full of clever twists, the film delivers a new chapter in one of Netflix's most entertaining franchises. Number 5. Loving. Written and directed by Jeff Nichols and inspired by the 2012 HBO documentary The Loving Story, Loving depicts the experiences of Richard, Joel Edgerton, and Mildred Loving, Ruth Negga, an interracial couple who wanted nothing more than to be wed. But after traveling from Virginia to Washington, D.C. to get married, the couple is tracked down by their hometown authorities and charged with violating Virginia's segregation laws. For their prison sentence to be thrown out, the couple must agree to vacate Virginia and not return for 25 years. But the couple doesn't want to give up their love. Ruth writes to Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy, which sets into motion one of the most vital Supreme Court cases in civil rights history. Number 4. Wendell and Wild. To achieve their dream of opening a hellish theme park, Demon brothers Wendell and Wild recruit teenage punk Kat Elliot as their hellmaiden. But Kate is still adjusting to her new life in a boarding school, and hardened by grief and the loss of her parents, she gives the demons more than they have bargained for. Visionary stop-motion filmmaker Henry Selick teams up with Jordan Peele for the story of two demons who attempt to trick a teenage girl into bringing them into the mortal world. Peele and frequent collaborator Keegan-Michael Key voice the two titular demons, while This Is Us actress Lyris Ross voices the young girl, Kat Elliot. The film is Selick's first feature since 2009's Coraline, and critics tend to agree that the film is worth the wait. Number 3. Passing. The title of this black and white drama, based on Nella Larsen's celebrated 1929 novel of the same name, is a reference to the ability of some light-skinned African Americans to be perceived as white. The critically acclaimed film follows a pair of former childhood friends, portrayed as Tessa Thompson and Ruth Negga, whose unexpected reunion brings tension into both of their lives as they navigate the segregated environment of 1920s New York City. Andre Holland and Alexander Skarsgård play supporting roles in the film, which is beautifully shot and surprisingly subtle given its powerful themes. Number 2. Over the Moon. Fei Fei, grieving the loss of her mother, clings to a legend about a moon goddess named Chang'e. Much to the dismay of her father and his new family, the girl aims to prove that the goddess does indeed exist. To do so, she begins to work on a rocket that will take her to the moon to prove Chang'e's existence. Filled with heart and mesmerizing animation, the Oscar-nominated Over the Moon often looks and feels like your standard Disney epic, but the familiar structure and dazzling music are enough to keep everyone glued to the screen. Number 1. Bad Trip. Bad Trip is a prank movie which is driven by Eric Andre and his ruthlessness. It's ultra fun and ultra ridiculous. The perfect movie you would want to watch with your best friend right now. Eric Andre and Lil Rel Howery headline the hidden camera prank film that has them playing two friends, Chris and Bud, who embark on an ill-fated road trip so Chris can tell his high school sweetheart he loves her. As they stumble from one ridiculous scenario to another, they're pursued by Bud's convict sister, Tiffany Haddish, whose car they stole for the trip. Raunchy, shocking, and relentlessly funny, the film blends scripted scenes with wild hidden camera pranks, and it's duo signature comedy for a film that's all about the journey, not the destination. Bad Trip is one roller coaster which finds itself in the category of those prank films, which actually works fantastically. It's a narrative crafted through a never-ending series of pranks and social experiments, which not only elevate the humor, but surprisingly give the plot a structure. Each prank is over the top and screams Eric Andre, but at the same time, they aren't trying to highlight anyone in wrong or do those kinds of social experiments. It dwells into so many outright disgusting moments, yet it somehow feels so realistically wholesome and well-conceived. And this brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.